Let us now focus on our second topic for the day on how to empower women in international institutions and areas such as agriculture, a precious goal for the economic community of West African states. How do we get there? What policies to allow women to integrate more into these international bodies? These are all questions that leaders in the region want to answer. A conference to brainstorm on this has been holding in Abuja, Nigeria since Thursday. The ECOWAS parliamentarians have opened the reflection on this theme, promoting gender equality in agricultural investments in Africa. The goal is to involve women in contributing to the development of this vital sector for the continent's economies.
Well, it should be noted that women account for 60 to 80% of smallholder farmers and comprise the largest percentage of the workforce in the agricultural sector. So inequalities between women and men in access to land, productive resources, income-generating activities and public consultation spaces seriously undermine women's capacity to contribute to the achievement of sustainable development goals. Promoting gender equality and women's empowerment is increasingly recognized as a key driver for food security, poverty reduction and rural development. Without further ado, let's now head to Abuja, Nigeria, where our journalist Jerry Bambi is on standby. He's also attending this conference organized by the ECOWAS Parliament. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning, Lynette and Wahani.
How are you this morning?
Good to you from the field this morning.
Good to have you today. So the conference you're attending is focusing on promoting gender equality in agricultural investments in Africa. What key issues have been raised regarding women being denied rights and equality in agricultural investments?
First of all, you are right about the theme of the summit. It opened yesterday, Thursday, with national government representatives from the region. Also representatives of international institutions like the Food and Agricultural Organization, FAO, the International Institute of Sustainable Development, IISD, and then we have the Association of Female Parliamentarians from ECOWAS also here. Once the president of the ECOWAS Parliament, Mustafa Cizillo, declared the conference open, different presentations and debates actually took place. And so there were a lot of issues that were raised, that came up about the denial of rights for women generally. But among the key ones, these include land rights, which are often held by men or kinship groups controlled by men. And women only have access mainly through a relative, usually a father or a husband. And even then, women are said to be routinely obliged to hand over the proceeds of any farm sales to a male and have a little say over how those earnings are used. So, these were some of the issues that were raised during the debate yesterday.
Okay, Jerry, and what are experts saying about strengthening or securing women's land rights in Africa?
A number of things, I must say, Lynette. Women, they all agree, are the backbone of the development of rural and national economies. They comprise 43% of the world's agricultural labor force. And just earlier I heard you say there that talk about 60 to 80% of agricultural production comes from small farmers and who are mostly rural women. So what they want to do now is they want women to own land as assets so that they can even access loans. And you know what that means is that if they get access to loans, it means that they'll be able to eventually, this will lead to an increase in farm production or their farm produce. And the chain can go on and to alleviate poverty. So what the conference and its partners want to do is to involve national governments within the ECOWAS region more and more to also partner with local networks operating in the rural areas, especially rural women's organizations involved in the conception of development programs. Now, another action point which was raised today is the question that one way to give women guaranteed access to land is to separate formal ownership of the land from the ability to use it. So what this means is that while the land may be registered in the name of a man, the man will be barred from selling it without the consent of his wife or wives or, or other heirs. Another alternative that was also talked about yesterday would be for land to be put in the name of families or